Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Anybody in the building? Check, 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 check. Where everybody at? Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Who's there? Black Girls Read in the building. Black Girls Read in the building. Who else in the building? Let me go on my phone, see who else in the building before we get started. Anyway. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Is my sound check right? Great filibuster. We got great filibuster in the building.
I don't even know who I'm
We got great filibuster in the building. Shout out to great filibuster. I need everybody to share this demonstration. Everybody need to share this. You know, we about to get into a nice intellectual conversation. You know, every time we get into a nice intellectual conversation, people want to go and see the fights. They want to go and see the cat fights. They want to go to see the chat fights. They want to go see all the fights. Well, we ain't going to do too much fighting here tonight. We're going to look at something from hey, what up, Patrice? Patrice Hobson came in the building. Patrice said, well, you know, Grand Sheik, I'm going to give you a shot this time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you be up there going in on people and I be missing it. I mean, I watched the replay, but tonight, I'm here. It's like tonight I'm here. Shout out to everybody, family. You know what I mean? Next time, if I want people to come up here fast, I'm going to say Tariq Nasheed exposed, and that's going to bring everybody up in here. They be here. They be 100 deep waiting, and I just come here with somebody to give us practical path towards freedom. Family, what's up? How y'all doing? Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Do we still remember last night conversation I was asking, do we believe in freedom? Do we know what freedom look like? I'm still on that kick tonight. Do we even know what freedom look like? Do we know what freedom look like? Do anybody? Do anybody know what freedom fighting look like? Anybody? Seriously, I think we forgot what freedom fighting look like. Real talk. But tonight we're going to talk about, do you think that politics is, this is the discussion for tonight. Do you think that politics is the path towards freedom? Do you think money, economics, money-making systems is the path? Or do you think all-out war? What you think? What you think, Crip? What you think, Crip? Do you think politics or everything? What do you think? We got to get some feedback up in here. Well, while we waiting, let's see if we can get a little bit.
Yeah, when I came on the scene, right?
talk about
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
Man, we about
trip,
to
you know what I mean?
get started.
but I'ma talk about it.
But they was coming at the Moors like they was half crazy.
Yeah, why you talk about it? I don't care. I talk
and it
about it.
forced me
Everybody share
to
this.
expose these people, but
They
in
love to
reality,
hear it. So
they
yeah,
never
I'ma
really
talk about it.
Hard to man. Make no mistake, I exposed the fake. I made their pockets lose weight. 2023 was foul, polite went on trial for a lesser charge, but it still equates
give a groove
to
on.
raping a child. We left her and her mother scarred in this fraud. Went on IG saying that they dropped the charges. Regardless, I never been a co-conspirator. He put that fraud in front of people, that's why we hearing them. Red and blue pill.
Oh, yeah, we early tonight.
Mountain, trying to get the power out of rock, shooting the video, bouncing. Brother Rich think he slick like a wizard.
Patrice said she had to go to bed at 10:15, so I had to come early.
King Simon was smiling like a Jessica at a corner. No spaceships, no aliens, but a whole lot of crackers. But at least he got an underground city if they attack us. And the FDA caught, they keep getting jerked. 1 million for a club and the
Welcome
toilet
to
don't
Boys
work.
World
Okay,
TV.
let's keep it a buck. It ain't nothing but a club that can't sell alcohol, tickets, or grub. In the city, about to shut him down at any given moment. Tariq got a mortgage, let him tell it, he owned it. Meet your ex conference for business.
I need everybody to share this twice. We about to drop something serious.
It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. See, I don't even know why they even got me started. You know what I mean? I do it for the people, only for the people, for real. Why do they even try to test me? It don't matter to me.
What black girls read that?
You know what I mean? If you ain't right and you call my name, it's going down.
Cosmic girl, humble behind the building.
Yeah.
I got one
Let's go. Meet X was cussing everybody out online. She was crying, ain't lying. Oh my God, I was dying. Nepal showed it all just a year before, but this year she topped that for sure. Donetta gave Jezebel keys to the safe. Said she took 6 racks, the people paid for the debate. The debate didn't happen, so she left the east. Flew to Cali, let Killer Priest kill them cheap.
I don't know why I always gotta do the slap move.
It's not a game. You don't want me on your head. Now forget it. Tony the closer was digging in everybody's folder. He tried to warn you, Jay Morrison was getting over. Jay closed the door, some real estate fund. Everybody who fell for the scam was looking dumb. Boys looking like a clown trying to defend it. Talking like a bad investment just ended. Come on, boys. It was a scam, boys. Won't you just admit it? Young Pharaoh talking crazy. He needed to be committed. He claimed them shrooms that made him a loon. Nature boy went to jail. What he need is a padded room. It's too disgusting to go into detail. How him and young Pharaoh like girls who are males. Go figure. They all like mentally ill. Garfield and Jagger Squad are the only ones that kept it real. Tazariak started running with whack. On the real, still waiting for the cap to come back. Yeah, I seen him on no jumper with the Fed and the devil. And that ain't the captain that I wanna remember. Remember Big Shirley, Crystal Muhammad, Uncle Sug, Yuck Bay, with all that drama. Queen Throne, Dr. Inky, they all came against me. They channel is a graveyard, they rest in pee and feces and dung. Look what they become. Let that be a warning for those who want some. Malik Lulu Shabazz had to quit his post. Do Black Panther Party ain't nothing but cutthroats. Ops and informants, I exposed them all. And a few real ones salute, you know who you are. 30 years marching and Bullhill talking. Suited and booted, but ain't nobody sparking. Ozone got 30 years running with these fools. The ultimate setup, informants got away smooth.
White people are not the problem.
So you're a philosopher?
I'm an environmentalist.
I try to warn you.
I'm an environmentalist.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm an environmentalist.
Let's get it. Sharif Bey said he would debate the sheik. Jay tucked his tail, and I haven't heard a peep. Straight fraternity guys should be a fraternity boy. Cause they have poop babies when I swing that sword. I put Roy Bay on quiet time like a joke. He can reach and add that, then became silent and phone. He might not know that fraud, but rest assured that he ain't got a government, he ain't no more. Wesley Muhammad spent all year talking about Malcolm, trying to convince us NOI didn't scalp him. We don't believe you, so put it to bed. Back then I think NOI was the bid of the feds. I know Malcolm
I'm out here making money, man.
Don't make sense. Recently, Wesley only talk about
I beat her back out.
and baby planes flying above us. That's about as real as Ali Muhammad's government. If I got you, I ain't forget your word.
We about to get started now.
I'ma get you for sure. You gonna do something crazy. Cause that's what you do. That's what you do.
We about to get started, family. We ain't gonna wait no longer. They gonna have to get in on the back end. They gonna have to get in on the back end. We about to get started. They have to come in at 10 o'clock. People be waiting for 10 o'clock.
We ain't no internet props.
Alright, here we go.
No internet social media props. No, all we social media actors. Let me tell you what I do, fam.
Check 1, 2.
I created this media with the help of my brothers and all these men and all the good people of the north side.
Y'all some internet prophets and you need to stop it. For someone catch you on the block and cock it, or
catch you at your lecture and rock your knocking. Yeah, you mad at me, cause I'm exposing your robbing. See, I used to be a robber, I was robbing the thugs, and the agents in the hood selling nasty grub. I was only 17 and I didn't know better. Put the things in their face and said, give me the cheddar. But it really amazed me, the age of 40, that people will use the things that would annoy you to drive out people like Bibles and Qurans. Take your money and then they gone. You selling plagiarized books and dreams of unity. Blame the European, but look what you do to me. Got me thinking we gon' overcome, but when you cut your hammer off, you're really one of them. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the burbs with your unks, your crystals, your books, your herbs. You convinced everybody that it's white supremacy. The fact of the matter is you're a real enemy. You've been lying to the people fat in your pockets. You ain't nothing but an internet prophet. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the birds with your unks, your crystals, your books and herbs. Now they calling me the op cause I revealed the scam. They will shake your hand and still grip your fam. They say Hotep, peace, black power, shalom. Assalamu alaikum, praise the Lord in Islam. At the same time they plotting to get in your pocket. They will white label sunglasses, cups and watches, make a profit for the enemy they talk about. I can't understand why you ain't been walking out. You ain't noticed since you met them, you sipping in life. On Twitter like the pipe and it just ain't right. Bank account got light and you haven't seen the light. You burn all the sage and ain't change your plight. Incense burning, crystals turning. Think to yourself, what you really learning? What you really saw? They gave him your all. He own a museum club in the internet mall, selling deodorant. Hurry up and buy. He don't really care if you're broke and you die. You just acting like you don't care either. This is pure evil. Have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know everybody gets well, you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the burbs with your bullshit crystals, your bullshit herbs. You convinced everybody that is white supremacy. The fact of the matter is you're the real enemy. You've been lying to the people fat in your pocket. You ain't nothing but an internet prophet. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the birds with your unks, your crystals, your books and herbs. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the burbs with your unks, your crystals, your books, your herbs. You convinced everybody that it's white supremacy. The fact of the matter is you're the real enemy. You've been lying to the people fat in your pockets. You ain't nothing but an internet prophet.
I'd rather listen to a toilet flush than listen to rap music.
We almost there.
You can't understand what they're saying.
I'm ready, fam.
Sounds like oobity, ibbity, bobbity, oobity, ibbity. Sing slower so I can understand.
I'm ready. Hey,
That boy good.
You ready? You ready?
That boy
I'm ready.
good.
I'm ready. You ready?
That
I'm ready.
good.
I'm ready. They ain't no move makers, they ain't no uplifters. They acting like they shifters, they ain't nothing but some grifters. We about to call them out, we know what they all about. Acting like they love the people taking food out their mouth. They keep a fresh scam, I keep a fresh show. They think that people slow, but I'm here to let them know. They out to get you, all these devils and these witches. They blending witches brew, cooking CMOS in the kitchen. We gotta stop them now, ain't no waiting till tomorrow. Holy God, we waiting on is us. Calling out them frauds. They think they Falcon Haru, I call them Jive Turkey. And when I expose them frauds, then they try to hurt me.
I said when I expose the frauds,
and then they try to hurt me.
when I expose the frauds,
and then they try to hurt me.
what they gonna do?
And then they try to hurt me.
That what they gonna do?
Oh yeah, and then they try to hurt me.
But I am protected by the red, the black, and the green with the G, you sissy. Glorious. We bring it back X-Clan. We bring it back BDP. We bring it back Rakim. Big Daddy. That's right. King Asiatic. That's right. We bring it back all the greats. We're bringing the knowledge back. Now that the frost is gone, it's time to bring the knowledge
1, 2. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat. Let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Hey, Crip, Sonny, Boxing, Apple X, and Sean, Yasmin, and the Queen got Sean from the side. Game Chamber, Ishmael, Bay, and Sin Soon. Anybody, they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moore's World TV, investigating all scams. Gone, check my record, and please don't front. Come on, keep it a buck. I ain't been wrong once. From Sinetta and Polite, and Taharkabey, Bay, Malik, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I bought a student but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do Tariqa Law and the Sheep. Welcome to another edition of Moore's World TV.
I gotta get all of y'all in the song on my album, man. I love
Let's
y'all.
get on these frauds next.
The Moore's World TV citizens coming
Let's
through.
shut them down.
We
Let's
about
go.
to cook in 1 second.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know it's going down. Moore's World TV. We gonna shut it down. Share this to these 2 platforms.
Here we go.
Thumbs
Here
up.
we go.
The show starts
Everybody
now.
coming on the back end.
Let's
So
go.
back. All right, what up, Yasmin? Sister Yasmin is in the building. I think you're gonna like this one, Sister Yasmin, because Sister Yasmin, she says, brother, you need to do some more of them knowledge shows. Do some more of them knowledge shows. Well, we got one for you tonight, and we got a practical knowledge show. Fam, let me break this down for you before we get started. So first of all, family, a lot of what we do doesn't make sense if we do not. Do I sound all right? A lot of what we do it won't make sense if we are exposing what we call frauds, right? What good is it if we don't introduce people to the real? You understand what I'm saying? Talk with me for a second. What good is it that we say this is not real, but we don't expose people to what's real? And so this is what I work for. This is what I do it for. I do it not just to expose the frauds for some sensationalism and all that, and help people to get the critical thinking and save everybody, because for real, in reality, critical thinking is going to be one of the things that get us up out of this situation. You know what I mean? That is going to be one of the things that get us up out of this situation. All right? How I'm sounding now. That's going to be one of the things get up out this situation. So, the brother that I'm about to bring on, brother named Jabari, not the Jabari, brother Jabari, I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, Crip, press a 7 if you can hear me. How my mic sound? Brother Jabari, let me see what I can say about this brother. Brother Jabari is the least confrontational brother you ever want to meet, but he stands on empowering us. So if it's a conversation about empowering us, the brother gonna stand on it. But Brother Jabari, before they sensationalize lectures and turned it into a grift, he might don't like me saying this, but I gotta say it. Brother Jabari has been putting in work here in Baltimore before forever. He's been putting in work, and it doesn't matter who you can name that ultimately became a part of the conscious community, or those who never became a part of that weird circle. They have passed through Reality Speaks. They have passed through his lecture circuit. I can't say enough about this brother. Because you may not be familiar with them because where you stand on the planet. So I went to his page and grabbed a few people that he has brought to the forefront. Now listen, the brother brings lectures. This is not a brother that brings lectures to try to get rich. We know what that looked like. This is one that brings lectures and let the people decide if the information is empowering and they can take away. It's not a horse and pony show. It's not a some type of crazy rally and no, it's just intellectuals and those that my brother felt and feel that can empower the community at some point in time, whether we get it then or whether we get it later. But without no further ado, let me go back some. Y'all remember this Umar? This is the Umar I liked. Y'all remember this Umar? That's Brother Jabari right there. Do y'all remember this Umar? This was the Umar, I don't like the picture where he's looking like that, but this was the Umar that when he broke down how the schools was playing games with our children, anybody that been to the office for hyperactivity or whatever you was getting involved in school, they could relate to Umar at this time. You know what I mean? And many people and many parents can relate to Umar right now. But this Umar, anybody remember this Umar? This Umar here, I remember that Umar like it was yesterday. I remember that Umar like it was yesterday because when he was talking about the children being warehoused and sitting corners and giving medicine and all that, I was like, wow, I seen that before. You know what I mean? So these are some of the names back in the day that Brother Jabari, let me grab a few more real quick to show you how you get down. And let me see if anybody can name, who is this? Can anybody name who that is right there? Now, if you can't name him, then you ain't official. Who is that right there? Who is that? Come on, y'all talk to me. Y'all quiet now? Who is that? Huh? Anyway, but these are some of the notables. You know what I mean? These are some of the notables that the brother brought to this city. You know what I mean? And continue to bring them to this city. You know what I mean? Anybody know who that is? Come on, man. Y'all read the files. Crip, did you read the files, man? You read the files? I'm gonna wait till somebody say something. You know what I mean? I'll wait till you say something. Let me throw a few more out there. That's right. Look, here's another one in the middle. And I tell you, I actually met Jabari, if I'm not mistaken, he might not even remember. It was 2010 when he did a lecture. I think he did a lecture with Dick Gregory, or one of them years he did a lecture with Dick Gregory. That was the first time I went to one of his lectures. You know what I'm saying? But there go Brother Dick Gregory. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's Brother Anthony Browder that I showed before. That's right. That's right. Brother Dick Gregory. But this is what I'm telling you. This is, all right, who is this right here? Who is this right here? This is what I'm talking about, putting in work. Who is that right there? Who is that right there? Somebody type it in there. Huh? Tell me who that is right there. This is what I'm saying, that you have people out here that's really putting it in, getting it in, and have been getting it in for quite some time. If y'all don't know who these brothers, these are giants in our community at one time. You know what I mean? And continue to be, but the frauds have overshadowed them. You know what I mean? These are giants in our communities, but all of the misinformation in the horse and pony show have taken control over the airways. But these are the ones that we will listen to and be inspired by. You know what I mean? Let me show you. Let me show you. Y'all know who this is? I like this picture. This the residential doc. This is the people doctor right here. Y'all know it. This is the people doctor. This is the people doctor right here. Morshrell TV. I'm the people's grand sheik. This is the people doctor. That's our brother, Dr. Asar. That's the resident doctor of Morshrell TV. He's the head. We're going to call it the head doctor. Pause. That's right. Okay, listen. Here we go. Y'all might don't agree with a lot of people, but hey, Claude Anderson. Claude Anderson. I'm just want to give you, I cannot go through all of his body of work, but he has brought so many, I will be all night trying to cover all of his body of work. There's no way I could do it. Nevertheless, let me show you this. Look, family, the brother, even some of the people that I've mentioned on the show, the premier of Buck Breaking, Wesley Muhammad, Dr. Mayat, Lord Jamal. I mean, that he the brother, and let me tell you something. The brother brings the people that the people may consider to be beneficial. He doesn't get into the this, that, and the other, who's this, why this is real, this is fake. He doesn't get into that. And so we're not going to bring him into that on this. But what he does do, he do a bunch of community work for our people, family. You know, he does a barber boot camp. I mean, you follow me? He does the barber boot camp. We're going to ask him about that when he come in here in a second. He also, man, so many things that he does. I just went to his Facebook page and just grabbed a few pictures, but he always, that must be at one of the lectures when he do the chant, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, let's get started, family. I want to get started real quick. Let me see if I can bring him in real quick. There you go. You are in the screen right now. Everybody can see you, Brother Jabari. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Hold up. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Hold up 1 second. Let me unmute. I think I got you mute. I can't hear you. All right, I can hear you now. Can y'all hear Brother Jabari?
Peace to the family. Peace to the family.
Check 1, 2. Can y'all hear Brother Jabari? Now listen, once again, I can go on forever and ever. Brother, you know you got a crazy body of work, right? Do you even realize that you got that crazy body of work?
Man, I was looking at you. I was looking as you was talking about. I forgot half of the stuff that you brought up. You know, but
brother,
man, I appreciate.
Ain't even nothing though.
Yeah, I appreciate the introduction though, for real.
But that's nothing though compared to what your true body of work, bro. That was nothing. I was like, let me just try to pick some names that people might know, because a lot of the what they would consider, or people would consider, underground scholars, they might not be that familiar with in this social media age. So I try to grab some that people could identify with. But bro, you got a crazy catalog, bro. But anyway, brother, welcome to the Morris World TV platform, bro. You know I rock with you, my God family, and this is the brother. This is the brother that will represent, just like my brother Asar do, that when I always say we need to get rid of the frauds and bring in the real. Like I said, I don't want to bring him, Asar, or any of the real into the stuff that I do with talking about that stuff over there, but it's time for the real to shine, and this is his platform tonight to shine, to enlighten us on how we are going to get to freedom, his opinion, his facts, what it's going to take for us to get to freedom. And the theme of the show is it going to take money, economics? Will it take politics? Will it take war? What will it take? But brother, briefly, can you give us, when did you get into, because he owned a barbershop, says conscious head, so I got to use conscious. When did you get into the conscious concept, if you will?
First of all, I want to thank you for that intro, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. And really appreciate, the work and your energy, bro. I got to get my energy up, you know what I'm saying, Lord? This time of the night, I'm kind of winding down, you know what I mean? But I got to pick it up. You didn't have the songs, and, you always got the energy, and you carry a lot of energy, and I appreciate that. So I got to step it up. I got to step my energy up and get it up. But, yeah, consciousness, man, my mom had always kind of like, vaguely been into consciousness to a degree. My mom would always watch shows, and she would be like, look at that. That's racist. That's such. And even got to the point one time, I would think I was in the 8th grade. I told my mom, are you racist? And she said, cool. She went off on me like, don't you ever call me that? You know what I mean? And then blah, blah, blah. She got on me. You know what I mean? But I kept a lot of the concepts that she said. But then as I was graduating high school, trying to figure out what I was going to do in life. And, you know what I mean, just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out my way. And next thing you know, I started to figure out whether I was going to go to church. What was I going to do? And then I stumbled on the movie Malcolm X. I stumbled on the movie Malcolm X, and I watched that. And honestly, I know people say a lot about that movie. A lot of people don't agree with the movie, but that movie changed my life. Wow. And to this day, I see Denzel Washington. I still think that Denzel Washington is Malcolm X. I don't care what he is. I'm like, dang, Denzel playing a old warrior movie. You know what I mean? Denzel playing a bad, playing a bad cop. I mean, Malcolm is playing a bad cop. You know, I kind of like, he embodied that whole Malcolm X. But I wanted that. When I saw that, I said, man, I love that. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. I went on to start working at Everyone's Place. Many people know Everyone's Place here in Baltimore in 1995. Started working at Everyone's Place, and there I transformed. I transformed from that time Corey and one of the sisters. I just talked to her earlier today, and down the line I was so pumped up by the information and knowledge. She said, "You need an African name. We gotta get you an African name." She broke out an African book and just went right to started looking for some names. How about Jabari? And I was like, it means brave. And I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? And next thing I know, she started saying, you know what I mean? Everybody started coming in the shop. People call, like, hey, can I speak to Corey? She's like, you mean Jabari? You mean Brother Jabari? She did it. She even did it to my mother, bro. My mother wasn't, mom wasn't feeling it. Mom was like, she got a report that I got on. She said, who was that just picked up the phone? I was like, oh yeah, what is this Jabari stuff? But it was cool. After a while, she got used to it, and she probably called me Jabari more than she called me Corey. And many people started, so from Everyone's Place, that's when I started. I watched. So the way I got into the information and knowledge, the lectures was that they had a wall that they had nothing but lectures there. They had Dr. Francis Wells and Dr. Barshango, Ashra Kwesi, you know what I'm saying, and many of those people. So I said, I'm gonna watch every last person up on this wall. So it was hundreds of lectures, bro. That's how I got to know about the lecturers and who was who. Then they started to, some of them would come and visit Everyone's Place. And when I first met Dr. Patricia Newton, man, she was here in Baltimore. I was like, Dr. Patricia Newton, man, you would have thought I met Michael Jackson. That's how I looked at the scholars when I would meet the scholars. It was like, man, Tony Browder, man, oh man, I read that book, man, oh man, I give her a hug and man, and get their numbers and so because I started looking at all those lectures, I said, man, we got to change our mind. He's talking about freedom. You know what I'm saying? Freedom. We got to change the freedom to change our mind and not be manipulated under the system. In order to make change. So I said, man, if we could change our mind, then we can kind of come together and we can organize so that we can be able to do some things. But we can't think the way that we thinking now. So I set out to put together this lecture series, Reality Speaks, and for our slogan, Brother Coach Powell. I don't know if you know Alpha Coach Powell. He wrote a book called The 40-Ounce Scandal, and he looked at it. We had a fist with with a microphone. He said, "Oh, I know what that means," and we didn't even know that it meant. But that's how we got it. And you see in the background, it said information with the microphone plus Black Power breaks the chains. He decoded it. We didn't even know it was. We just had a logo with it on there, but we didn't have that on there. Right. But then we went on to add that. So he decoded that. But information plus Black Power breaks the chain. So, we set every time we would do a lecture, because we had an organization, we would try to recruit people, get them into the organization, and do many of the things that we were trying to do in the community. So, that's in a nutshell. That's the short version of how I got into everything. And there was many other people, man. It was my brother-in-law, you know what I'm saying? He gave me my first Ashra Kwesi tape after I watched the Malcolm X, between my mom and brother Natur at Everyone's Place, man. People and a host of people in my circle, man, that just put their hands and their arms around me and just embrace me and just walk with me even through the good and the bad of this whole journey, bro. So and like you said with them lectures, bro. I've had lectures where we broke it. We had 1,000 people there. You know what I'm saying? That was my with Dr. Francis Christ Wells in here in Baltimore. But I've had lectures when we had 2 people. I've had, me, my mom, and my queen, and my children. I have had it like that. So, bro, I've taken a lot of losses. You know what I'm saying? I had one that I did with brother Dick Gregory, and of course I'm one of the people that that I tell a story in the barbershop how I got cursed out by brother Dick Gregory.
Bro,
You know what I mean? But everybody got a curse out story from brother Dick Gregory. Look, bro, I'm in Soul Violence Nation. I'm in there with all my troops. We in Philly. We went to Philly because we were trying to do something somewhere else. So we go to Philly, and one of the brothers he hooked it up at a church of the Advocate, but they had this special room that they had. Man, we went in there. This room, the ceilings was like high. Like we had some audio equipment, but they couldn't house the sound. So when brother Dick Gregory walked in there from the start, he said, he said, "Come here, man. Why do you bring me in this ugly?" I'm not going, what I'm saying, I'm not going to curse. I'm not going to say what he said to me, bro. It's not appropriate for the channel.
Oh,
You know
man,
what I
cut your
mean?
wisdom though. But
Yeah.
it was at your lecture when I heard Dick Gregory cuss at his mother. She wasn't in the flesh,
Oh,
obviously. It was
yeah,
at your lecture. I
yeah,
could not
yeah,
believe
yeah,
it. I was blown away. I'm like, he called her a B or something. I said, God is a curse.
Man, you never knew what he was going to say at any given time, but he cursed me out, bro. I mean, that whole night, because of that, the whole night he cursed me out. And then I called his daughter, cool his daughter, I said, "Man, your father cursed me out bad." You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if he's going to do nothing with me no more. She said, "Well, if he cursed you out, that means he love you." And I called him back about maybe 2 weeks later, and I said, "Hey, Bobby." He said, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I was like, okay." He said, "Yeah, man, when you want to do something else?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I guess I guess we good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So it's been a ride, man. You know what I'm saying? And, some of the other scholars, have had to check me and put me in my place. But I'm humble when it comes to those scholars because as bad as I wanted to say something about Dick Gregory, I humbled myself. You know what I mean? It was hard, bro, because it was in front of all my people, all my soldiers and different people. And I was at one point I thought I said, "Nah, I can't say nothing about it. I can't." You know what I mean? And I had to suck it up. But many times, a lot of the people like brother Anthony Brown, he showed pictures of him, and brother Smalls and all those people, man. Those people been giving me guidance all through the years, bro. All through the years.
So if you could define, if you could define your consciousness, would it be Pan-Africanism? Would it be Kemetic? Would it be a mixture? How would you describe your consciousness? Just a woke? What would you describe it as?
We always got the term, and I got from Dr. Barber. I would always say I'm a born again African. I'm a born again African.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. Yeah,
that's and that's good because I on the show last night I was talking about how we claim these things. As you know, I'm a Moorish American, and then we got the Pan African. And I think I said something to the effect like when we claim these things, they're okay and they're good to claim, but we should never allow that to divide us. And
exactly.
So when you
that's
say
right.
you're a born again
That's
African,
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's
You're
right.
all inclusive, and that's a beautiful thing, bro. Before we
Yeah.
get into the topic, which I want to dialogue about. Tell us a little bit about you do this thing called Barber Boot Camp. Brother, you always giving free haircuts to the neighborhood. What is this Barber Boot Camp? Just a quick brief one over. Barber Boot Camp, what is that?
It's a movement, bro. When I was working at everyone's place, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, get a skill. I used to cut hair when I was young. I met a brother that used to come through there all the time and found out he was a barber. He was a master barber. So, I asked him, could he take me under his wing? And he took me under his wing and an apprenticeship. So that's how I got into the barbering field with that brother that I met at everyone's place. Once I got my license, I said, once I get my license, I'm going to be teaching other people, so I opened up my own shop. And one of my first barbers, brother Sumiata, now who's a master barber. I got 3 master barbers under me right now, that I have in training, and I got a host of barbers, more barbers in the state. I've trained more barbers in the state of Maryland than anybody under apprenticeships. You know what I'm saying? So, but the barbering boot camp came because it was out of a lesson I learned from Madam C.J. Walker, Annie Malone, and all those different people who would train their own, the people that they needed to work in their shops and different things. But I lost staff at one point. Staff was gone. And I put up signs in the window like, "Hey, look, we hiring." And so what I did was I went out of business. And then when I came back into the business, I just settled upon like, like I'm never gonna be in that situation where I need barbers again. So I said, let me put these classes together. And I started the boot camp where I would train people where they would be apprenticeship ready, and I would bring them onto the floor. You know what I'm saying? So then, so now I'm at the point where I train these barbers, and everybody that works on my board, we got like 7 barbers that's working on our floor now, and besides 2, everybody comes out of my barbering boot camp. Everybody comes out of my barbering boot camp. So I'm able to build my own barbers, build my own people that I need in my system. So I won't ever have to put signs up in the window say barbers needed, barbers wanted, and all those different things. It's a movement. So as I get people to come on, they come through the classes, the boot camp, teach them how to. And then what I do is, when they get to a certain point while they training, I let them get back to the community by learning and building their skills by cutting the unfortunate. Maybe somebody in a homeless shelter, maybe somebody in a drug rehab or something of that nature. And then they learn, they get back. So they cut heads, and they love it. They love it because they get to build their skills. And the people that get the services, they love it also because they feel like they helping at the same time. And they're appreciative because they don't maybe they don't normally get grooming services in the community. So it's a win-win situation that we create. And then, so the barbers, they getting their skills up, the people, they happy. And it's a beautiful situation. And we able to have a model of a movement. It's always Soul Vibers, there's always Reality Speaks. There's always a movement. So that's I always say I'm building a barbering army. That's what we building, man. You know what I'm saying? I got soldiers, I got young soldiers cutting hair as young as 10 years old. I got females, I got males, and my oldest barbering student is 74 years old. So I mean, it's a movement, bro, but it's all about the people. You know what I mean? I'm wearing one of my barbering aprons now, you know what I'm saying, that we have. It's got red, black, and green on it, but it comes to a point. We teach it all the time. And I got red, black, and green on all my students. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? So I get to the point in class, I say, y'all know what that red, black, and green mean? And they like, it do it mean, you know what I mean? And then I introduce them to Marcus Garvey, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
But you know what I mean? Because when they come in, like I said, that's what they get. They get the red, black, and green. But it's constantly teaching, man. It's a movement. It's a movement, and it's a win-win situation. But it's always love for our people, always.
Hey, family, can you see how we can be very tactful in awakening our people? I got my lane. I can hoop and holler right here. I can use circumstances and situations that people may feel is dire, or that some people just come in to be entertained, hear me hoop and holler and rap. But there's a lesson in that. And the brother just explained the lesson in giving somebody a blessing. And this is what needs to be done in our community. We have to be more tactful when it comes to giving our people something that can benefit them for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? Honor to my brother for that, man. I appreciate that. Now, brother, what I want to talk to you about today is this. That we are in this situation right now where I feel as though that many of us don't know what freedom looks like anymore due to all the misinformation, disinformation, the news, entertainment, et cetera, et cetera. How do you feel about freedom fighting, whether intellectual, whether giving people skills? Where do we measure today? Like one time it was very hopeful. It seemed to be very hopeful. Like when you was naming all the scholars, et cetera, it seemed very, very hopeful. But today, bro, it seems to be like, man, I'm not so sure. How do you feel? Where are we at as it relates to this struggle that we have been in for who knows how long? How it looks to you?
I mean, bro, it's tough because I'm coming in the movement in '95. So when I'm coming in the movement, I think that's right around the time Amos Wilson probably had just passed away. I didn't even know nothing about Amos Wilson for a couple years in general, but from seeing those people, and I'm a young man then, and me calling up the people, you know what I mean, Dr. Ben, hey, can you come to my town? Can you come speak? And many of those people, man, they just felt my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no money. We ain't had money like that. We put some money together, and we was able to get, to pay people. But when we couldn't, a lot of them scholars like, hey, man, did y'all make any money? Did you lose money? And it was all about us coming together and getting the information out to the people. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, we did well sometimes, and we was able to pay people. But when you now coming into the day, you know what I'm saying? People are like, I want $5,000. I want $10,000. I want this. I want that. You know what I'm saying? The whole momentum has changed so far as the information is concerned. So, we try to. So when I look at it, that's heartbreaking to me. You know what I'm saying? That it's like that. Now I'm not saying, listen to what I'm saying. If the demand is there and we can get it like that, then let's get it like that. You know what I'm saying? But but what people doing now and what they trying to charge is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all about, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me get this money, let me get this. I understand because some people make their living doing this. Some people make their living doing this, and I get it. I understand. But you know what I mean, but it's young people that's out here, man. It's people that's starving for this information. And we gotta make it work and come up with those resources for them. But you know what I mean, some stuff is just ridiculous and some stuff is just heartless.
Bro,
I was always able to break anybody. I mean, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? When I first got him to come to town, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, you know what I mean? When he first called me, I didn't even believe it was him when he called me. First time he called me, because I would track, man, you know, we didn't have the internet like that back in the day. You know, it wasn't, I had to track people down everyone's place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do you know this? This scholar may know this. Do you got a number for this person? Do you got a number for Dr. Naeem Akbar? Do you have a number for this one? And I would track them down like a private investigator, bro, and track them down, call them up, leave messages on their phones and all. You know what I mean? But Dr. Khalid Muhammad first called me. He's like, peace, can I speak to Brother Jabari? And I'm picking up the phone. And some of my brothers, my friends used to play all the time. You know what I mean? They would act like they different scholars when they would call and stuff. And I said, yeah, this is him. He said, yeah, this is Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I was like, man, stop playing, man. He was like, then he laughed. He was like, no, brother, it's really me. It's Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I said, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But these brothers, man, they would come to town. They didn't even, they didn't harp on the money. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Khalid said, look, well, when I come there, brother, if you don't make it, I'm gonna do a public donation. I'm gonna make sure that you get something. You know what I mean, to pay for stuff. So it ain't been no trail where we've been making no whole lot of money. You know, this is a love for the people. We have made money, but we've lost a lot of money too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. So yeah. So that's what I think when I'm looking at what's going on in our community now. It's just that people now have become a little more money hungry in the midst of this whole thing, and to be honest, there is a lot of agents out there. There is a lot of, you know what I mean, COINTELPRO or I mean, you can see, you know what I mean, it's like, you know, why put people in organizations and stuff now when we could just put them on the internet? You know what I mean? We could put it, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we can put them on YouTube, and some people don't even know the agents. We just pay them through YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, boost them up, make them feel like they, and let them continue to do what they're doing, because a lot of people misleading the people. A lot of people got these movements out here. They out. You can't join a movement. You know, you can't join the movement, but they got a lot of stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? And and the only thing that you can really do is support them. You know, so it's a lot going on right now, bro. You know, and but at the end of the day, like people tell you, everybody tell you, Jabari always hopeful. I am. I'm always that hopeful. I'm always hopeful, bro. I'm that hopeful person that like, hey, no, we gonna make this happen, though.
Bro, you be,
I think, you
do be hopeful. I mean, we see each other quite often, bro, and you real hopeful. I'm hopeful too. I'm hopeful too. But sometimes because I be on this internet a lot, and I see that the internet has now become the reality to a lot of people, and the state of mind of those on the internet, like they're like in a vacuum. You know what I'm saying? They're like in a real vacuum, and it's like. So most of us that actually live this life of what we call consciousness, 25/8. And then we look at somebody on the internet, we know good and well that they only there for a few hours that people see them on the internet of this conscious conversation and talk and liberation. And so they in that time warp, and you wonder, man, I hope the whole world ain't like this outside of this internet. But if you're on the internet too long, that's what it looks like. Now, get into liberation. I've been going over a few things. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what do liberation look like and how do we get there? So I was looking at this video. I ain't gonna name no names yet. I was looking at this video, and few people talk about that capitalism or economics, getting money is not going to get us to liberation. And so the conversation is, to me, is kind of, okay, if that's not going to get us there, what's going to get us there? Are you familiar with that conversation going on?
Oh, come on, bro. Definitely. I'm
So
definitely
what
familiar
is
with the
the other
conversation.
side of the argument if it's not, because I don't have a horse in a race as of yet. What is the other side of the argument? If it's not economics, what will get us there if it's not
They're
economics?
saying that it's politics that's going to get us there. That we should be given what everybody else has been given. Everything should be divvied up towards, you know what I'm saying, towards our people and other people, and it should be divvied up. But the same people who actually present that, they anti-system. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like, you know what I mean. So you don't know exactly where they stand, because these people coming, they criticizing people that's doing business in the community, but they don't have a solution. You know what I mean? It's like almost like I'm gonna come and pick this apart. What many of our great ancestors have given us. You feel what I'm saying? All the way from, you know what I mean, the noble Drew Ali, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? To the honorable Marcus Garvey, you know what I mean? To brother Malcolm X. I mean, many people who have taught us, Dr. Claude Anderson, brother Amos Wilson, and many other people who have motivated us to do for self. Do for self, do for self. And look, we not saying, people saying that you can't black business your way out of this hole. Let me tell you something. If we discipline ourselves with a lot of that, we can do a lot. But we can't go running around just, you know what I mean, just depending on the government
So
to give us, you know.
I'm sorry, but the alternative is that, okay, we have paid into the government and now we must compel the government to divvy it out in order for our survival.
Yeah. I mean, you know, but the same argument. These people are saying that if you are a business owner, you know what I'm saying, and you making you know what I mean, you're a capitalist, or you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, or what's the other word that they use? You're exploiting the people. I had a brother, you know what I'm saying, that's trying to
the owner business is exploitation.
I got a brother that's trying to tell me, you know what I'm saying, for charging booth rent, which traditionally from black barbershops, what we do, you know what I'm saying, to make money by charging booth rents, that possibly I was being exploitive to my barbers by charging booth rent, which was the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm sorry to cut your wisdom, but
it's kind of confusing, because now how do economic systems work without, you know, the reciprocal aspect of it? You know what I mean? I can provide the platform for you to take care of yourself, and once you can take care of yourself, your family, you may have extra, and now you can provide a platform with somebody else, and one can provide. I mean, how does that work when one says that, okay, if you charging booth rent, if you doing boot camps, now you're exploiting, because you hiring them, you're training them, and now they working for you. Do you compel them to work for you forever?
Bruh, you know what I mean? It's a crazy argument, and why many of these people who are out here spitting out these arguments, they, like, some of them were college professors, right? You know what I mean? They got students coming into them, you know what I'm saying? Like, and being a part, you know, student loans, bruh. You know what I'm saying? People are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt from student loans. I ain't against nobody that's teaching in school, but I'm just talking about the hypocrisy of some of these people, you know what I mean, who participate in putting some of these people in debt. You know what I mean? You know, because if that's the case, some of these professors need to say, hey, look, when you come in my class, get out of class and drop out of school. You know what I mean? You're gonna be in debt for the rest of your life. Because I'm not trying to exploit you. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
it's crazy to wrap my mind around that. One would think that the same people that has a system to minimize our come up will now dig into that system and help the come up. This is one of the problems I have with reparations. I'm not saying that they will never dispense reparations.
Right.
I'm just saying that the hoops that we are going to have to go through while we're spending that energy, we should be building something for ourselves. And if we get reparations, that'll be a bonus. So I just don't understand how a system has been constructed to deconstruct the people, and now that same system is going to dig into its purse to free a people.
It's crazy. And I'll get a little bit more, because to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying, I ain't even gonna beat around the bush, like, you know what I mean, what it is. Now, you know what I'm saying, in general, you know what I mean, if I could hold this up right here, I'll give, you know what I'm saying, this book here. And this is my brother. Let me just say this.
Gerard Ball. Okay, Gerard Ball.
Jared Ball.
Jared Ball.
The name of the book is The Myth of the Black, the Myth and Propaganda of Black Buying Power. Now he been trying to make noise about this, and we have been going back and forth. I just started going back and forth with it because, you know, after going through the situation with my mom and all, you know what I mean, and getting myself back into the community aspect, you know, the way I have been. But this brother put this book out, and he's really trying. It honestly, I have not finished reading the book, and I'm gonna tell you why I have not finished reading the book. When I read the book, I get disgusted. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Okay. Set it up for us. What is the framework of the book from the book perspective, not yours, from the book perspective of what you read so far, and then what part gets you disgusted?
Okay, so basically, it's that the Buy Black campaign was something that was kind of set up by the government. It was something that was kind of set up, you know what I'm saying, for them to go out and preach so that, you know, they could get more money back to black capitalists, you know what I'm saying, or even to other white people to set up this whole thing, buy black, you know what I'm saying. So it's like this whole anti-business inside the book. As I'm reading through the book, it's like a anti-business perspective of things, you know what I mean. We can't black business our way out of this, and he goes to prove that we don't have the black buying power that many have said that we had.
Now,
like Amos Wilson, you know what I'm saying? So he goes in, you know what I'm saying, you know, clearly, because he said Amos Wilson is one of the big people who actually put this out. Of course, Dr. Claude, of course, Boyce Watkins, and many other people, you know what I'm saying, who say, many of our different scholars who have said it, but he goes to prove this whole thing wrong. He goes in and he proves some things in it, but as I was debating with one of his people that's on his channel, Brother Larry, that's on his channel, I think he calls Geechee, you know, as I was debating with him, wait a minute, hold on one second.
Well, what do y'all think? Y'all think that we have a buying power, or is that buying power is a myth? I actually seen a few videos that I came across, and basically they saying that the quote unquote black buying power is a myth, that it's not real, that we don't have buying power. You know, anybody into economics in the chat? That we don't have this black buying power. This black buying power is a myth, and it's not going to get us anywhere because it is a myth. You know what I'm saying? That was the argument that I seen on the internet.
Right.
Now, what you were saying?
Yeah. But my thing is, why, you know what I mean, why are you obsessed with trying to prove it wrong anyway? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just to try to prove it wrong. Because the people don't believe in black business. They don't believe in black business at all.
I see Crip say it's a myth. I don't believe it's a myth. I believe that it's disorganized. Right. I believe our buying power is disorganized.
It's disorganized.
It's not a myth. I agree. I don't agree that it's a myth. It's disorganized. Let me give you an example.
Right.
Let me give you an example.
Good point.
The reason why I say it's disorganized, because if you take a group of people that has a collective and the constructive plan to use their money as a source of empowerment, and they gotta have a plan, and they use it as a source of empowerment, then you have that buying power. But if you have people that are scattered with different views, different principles, and different ideals, and you're saying that you have this buying power, then it could not work for a buying power, because everybody don't spend their money alike. Everybody do not have the same ideal. Everybody don't have the same principles.
Exactly.
But when the people are organized around a concentrated effort, then the buying power is a reality.
Exactly. That's right. That's a great point. And we've seen it done. We've seen it done do the Moorish Americans.
Absolutely.
We've seen it done do the Nation of Islam. You know what I mean? Pool their money together. You know what I mean? Because do for self. That's what we've been preaching for years. And I'm telling you, that's how I got into this movement. Do for self. So when you start talking this stuff right here, this is totally anti what I believe in. And I know when shots been taken at one of my leaders, Dr. Amos Wilson. I know when shots been, you know what I mean, you're trying to pick apart the thing. Now, the whole thing is we have to do it all, bro. You know what I'm saying? We have to have black buying power. We have to be in politics. We have to do all of it in order to free our people. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing.
I think the most important thing that we have to do is address the disorganization amongst our people.
I agree.
Without addressing the disorganization amongst our people, then we're really not going to really get the results that we're looking for.
That's right. That's right.
And I think that's the issue.
That's the issue. Yeah.
Take capitalism. Take capitalism for example, right? People make capitalism that don't believe in it, make it look like the boogeyman. because the European uses the wealth of capital that he can get from capitalism, and he enslaved people with the carrot on a stick, give them just enough to survive to keep them coming back to work.
Exactly.
But capitalism don't have to work like that. Capitalism could be that you earn enough to take care of you, but also have fair wages for those who you provide the job for. So they can also move and spread their wings and
collective economics
and spread it out. So I
economics.
think the theory that people use of capitalism being the big boogeyman is that we have yet to get into it and dominate it on our terms, as opposed to using the terms of the low murky vibration that Europeans use capitalism for.
Right, exactly. Because they definitely use it to dominate, to steal. You know what I mean? Look at, you know what I mean, from school loans to the banks that we go to every day that's charging us this and charging us that. So we know exploitation, bro. I mean, you know, we know we've lived that. Our ancestors, our great ancestors were exploited. You know what I mean? You know, and we still been exploited to this day. So we know exploitation. But when you taking things and you building power within our community, how is that exploitation? How is the exploitation to build? You know what I'm saying? You know, each one teach one, bro. That's where we come from. Collective economics is what we talking about. But you're right, organizing though. But it's coming around that thought. You know what I mean? Thought and knowledge and information, but organization of that.
Take a professor, for example. He's in a system. Not the professor that you're speaking about, but generally speaking, a teacher, a professor of a college or something. They're in a system of organized system. Without the demand, there is no supply.
Exactly.
So the supply would be the teacher to the students. Without the student paying that tuition, loan or however, then there's no need for the teacher.
Exactly.
So we're living in a system that is predicated upon the same thing that, according to what you said, the same thing, according to that book, the same thing that they are frowning upon, they are still in that system. And so it's a weird argument to me that a professor would come up with this logic when he's actually in the system of the hamster wheel.
And living good.
Because capitalism is a reciprocal system. Now, the rewards, unfortunately, for those who do not practice equality, the rewards for the ones that provides the platform is super beneficial, and they ride off into the sunset. You know what I mean?
Right.
However, the hamster wheel, the cycle is still the same. Whether it's a teacher, whether it's a barber, whether it's a home improvement guy, the cycle is still the same. But how do you treat people? Are you fair in the dispensation of that product, goods, or service?
Exactly.
That's where it comes to at the end of the day.
Exactly. You know, are you building a community? Are you lifting people up? Are you taking people off the street that don't have a chance, giving them hope? That's what we do. We give hope to people, man. Sometimes people don't know what they want to do in life, and we give them hope. Hey, man, look, you come together, you clean yourself up. You know what I mean? You put them cigarettes down. They cost $15 a pack. You know what I mean? You know, stop smoking half of the cigarettes that you smoke, and save yourself $100. Man, do you know out in the community? You know what I'm saying? Like, to get how them pills out there cost about $30, $40, $50 to get some of them pills out there, bro. I was in the juvenile system. Some of the young brothers said that they had a $200 smoking habit per day.
Yeah.
So, bro, they getting that money. They get that money. You know what I mean? And many people down for the Ravens Stadium. That game the other day, them tickets started at $500. Bro, that stadium was full. People get down there. You know what I'm saying? So we can do whatever it is that we want to do. We can do whatever it is that we will, and we can get together. Bro, I stood in line and watched people. We did a whole thing, a breakdown by the zip code, how many people were playing numbers by zip code. You know what I'm saying? I stood in line one day, you know what I mean? $40, $50. I'm talking about midday, the lottery, bro. The lottery. $50 every time they play it. Our people getting that money from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, we may not have a whole lot of money, but we do some of the things that we want to do.
Yeah.
We change our philosophy. We we can do some of the things that we need to do when we change our consciousness. And that's why we try to bring the reality speaks and the information, and you bring the knowledge to the people, because we got to change our thinking. Well, some people say our stinking thinking, you know what I mean? So that we can start to do some things to build our community and make the same sacrifices that we do for numbers or the strip club or the cigarettes or the alcohol or many of the other things. And then we come together and we build in the community. Don't tell me they don't. A lot of these people like this book, they don't believe in the collective struggle, the collectively coming together. We can have all of the bad habits, and you ain't gonna bad habit your way out of this situation. I tell you that much.
The weird thing about that is that the European has come to dominate many of our people due to their collective effort. They didn't individually do this. They had governments behind them. They was financed.
Yes, they
to
was.
do this thing.
Exactly.
You understand?
That's right.
So
you got to be financed.
So the problem with the argument is that even in the system that we live in today, there is not a system. I don't believe we are such a genius people. There is not a system on the planet Earth that we can't get and dominate, turn inside out, make it ours, and make it fair. There's no system that we can. And in the system that we live in today in the United States of America, if you do not buy low and sell high, you will die.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't trade your time, because that's all you're doing with working, you're trading your time for money.
That's right.
And if you don't trade it right, in other words, if somebody want to pay you $10 an hour and you think that's going to get you somewhere in 2024, that's not a fair trade.
Exactly.
So you're trading time. And so in society that we live in, all we got to do is understand how the game is played and dominated, and then we can go to another level. But the thing is, thinking that we can do it as individuals doesn't make sense.
No, not
as a people. There is no people that, listen, brother, right down on Broadway, you and I know that all the people from south of the border don't always get along.
That's right.
All of them don't see everything alike.
Mm-hmm.
But they done took over Broadway.
They have. They sure have.
Broadway is, if y'all don't know, Broadway is an area in Baltimore that was basically just a ran down little spot about 30, 40 years ago. You know what I mean? Now the people of south of the border, they had little tacky stores up there. I mean, they had nothing on the waterfront. Now the people south of the border came there. They put their money in there. Now you even got investors coming up in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And on Friday night, the water looking. They got blue lights shining on the water.
It might be 10 of them living in one house. You know what I'm saying? And they save their money. They go out and they work and they build. You know, man, and that's what we gotta do, bro. We build. You know what I mean? We build from the bottom, from the bottom. You asked about the barbering boot camp, bro. I started that barbering boot camp in the back of my shop with about $100. You know what I mean? And we just kept building from there and just kept growing and growing and growing. You ain't got to have a university, bro. You don't have to open up a university first. You know what I mean? You start small with a small school. And then you build. Yeah. And then you continue to build, and then you get more money from that, you know what I'm saying? And then you continue to build. But if you understand economics, then you understand that. Especially when you love the people, though. And then, so we gotta teach out, because even like Madam C.J. Walker, you know what I mean, her biggest thing was loving the people. She taught her people to be involved with the people, be involved. She funded Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, and many of those different people. And when she died, she slipped away into a coma. She said, they was recorded saying, "I want to live so I can help my people." That's the last thing that she recordedly said in general. So a lot of these people back in the day was teaching like, no, you get it and then you give to the community. You teach it. You keep it growing. You know what I mean? What about those black communities that we had? North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? The black Wall Streets that we had all over everywhere. These were people that was coming out of so-called slavery and building and building with each other. They like, okay, you ain't giving us 40 acres and a mule. We're going to build our own thing.
Hey, bro, let me stop you right there. That's what I've been saying on the show lately. That we need to stop putting all of our eggs in the basket that somebody going to do something for us.
Exactly.
How do we expect? Now, I don't want to get real up in arms. How do we expect someone that took and I said I went on a tirade the other night. How do we expect someone that went to the extreme measure to bring us to this, to reduce us to this condition, to now all of a sudden want to repair
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Don't make sense.
I mean, I said the other night, I was so pumped up. I was like, they took our babies from the womb of mothers and let them drop on the ground. Sometimes
That's
I gotta
right.
be graphic. You
That's
know what I mean?
right.
They let them drop on the ground.
That's right.
They threw people off into sharks. Some people was so feared they jumped overboard with sharks. We over
That's
here,
right.
they just
That's
strap
right.
their back until it bleeds,
That's
till
right.
it bleed, till it bleed tar and feather. I mean, all the way up into Jim Crow. All of these things that was put in place to reduce us to this state. And now all of a sudden you have all of this confidence that they are going to just say, okay, my bad, here you go. It don't work like that. If that does happen in some form or another, then that's a bonus. But what's most important is a story that I read about the town that they built in, I think it was in Florida somewhere. It was a group of brothers, and they said that, I could be wrong, but it was a group of brothers and sisters and families. They said, if the government is not going to yield to our demands, then we will leave and we will build our own thing. Basically, and I'm paraphrasing. But what happened from you, brother? What happened to that drive from your studies? Where did that go at? Because it seemed to be recent within the last 50 years that we have left that thought of being self-sufficient to now we're just waiting. Just waiting.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's people like the brother that wrote the book, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, who trying to discourage people from coming together and collectively pooling themselves, you know what I'm saying, in order to build economics like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's people who just basically scared, bro. You know what I mean? And they want to run a Papa Charlie for everything, for every single thing. Now, look, bro, with strategy, even in politics, like say, when we get those funds, then we go and we deal with our politicians. We run our politicians. We do all the things that we need to do. Now, there's things that we can do. But I got friends in politics, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That help, that can help you out. There's certain grants. A lot of people don't want to touch grants and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But there's certain grants. That's our money that's out there. You know what I'm saying? But strategy and strategically, coming together, you can strategize and do certain things. Get that money from there. Get that money from there. Somebody want to fight for reparations? Fight for reparations, but don't just fight for reparations. Fight and build at the same time.
That's my point.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's my
you got
point.
You got a toothpick like they say, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Pray, but pray on your way to the dentist.
Hey,
you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, as they said, pray to Allah, but keep your camel tied.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Because your camel run away, you call on Allah all you want, that camel gone.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's just energy, bro. It's just us believing that we can do things, and then just say, it's not just one. It's not one thing. I'm a black businessman. Everybody ain't meant to do business, bro. Everybody ain't meant to be a black business owner. All right, to each his own. You want to work a job, but there's still some people who still give. They support black businesses. We appreciate that. We appreciate those people that actually do that. But we gotta fight this. We gotta fight this beast on every front, bro.
Every front.
So don't just come out against people who, who do for stuff. Man, do you know the problems that we go through as black business owners? I went totally out of business. Like 7 years ago, my whole shop that I'm at right now went totally out of business. Shut down, everything cleared out of this shop. I had to put that, you know what I'm saying? When I was given an opportunity to come back, I came back with no finances. I had to put together a list of people, 30 people. Hey, can you loan me this? Can you loan me that? Can you loan me that? I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get it back up and running. I'm trying to do that. Still doing that. And with some lectures that was successful and some different things that I was doing with my will, I came back with no money and came back and rebuilt this thing all over again. Man, this ain't easy, bro.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. I think a lot of our people that have these conversations about alternatives, ways to freedom that does not involve the collective, I think, if I could be wrong, but I think they're out of touch.
Yeah,
brother. Let's keep it a whole stack, bro.
Yeah,
your shop is right off of Greenmount, 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Couple stone throws away from Greenmount.
Yep,
bro. This is the area that will bring you back to humble pie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In many places where we travel in this city, it'll make you humble yourself and thank whatever God you pray to for the blessings that you are awoke.
That's right.
Many of these people don't get that humbling experience. You get it daily. I get it daily. Brother Asar and others in the city that we know doing good things, they get it daily. These people sits in office with leather chairs and get to play professor, but they never get to go daily to be reminded that this is the reality and the only way out is a collective effort. They're not reminded that. And I think that has to be the point. We should round up all the philosophers and all of these doctors that have yet to experience this humble pie eating on a daily and give them a field trip. And it will humble them.
That's right.
Because there's no way out of that unless we are able to cooperate with one another.
That's right.
There's no way out.
That's right. I'm 100, bro. 100.
So at the end of the day, so do you think that I'm of this thought, and I want to get your thought. I want to get your thought on this. I believe that economics is the bloodline to liberation. I believe finance is the bloodline. Call it whatever you want. Call it capitalism. Call it whatever you want. However you choose to do it. I believe it's the finance. I believe that you cannot liberate a group of people without a source to finance. And it got to be economics. Economics mean that it's going to be a cycle. It's going to keep on going. It's going to go and go and go.
Exactly.
It's going to go and go. You can't feed an army.
That's right.
You can't house an army. You can't close an army if you wanted to do the war. Mm-hmm. If you want to do politics, I think it was Claude Anderson said that we got to buy a politician.
Yeah, you got to run your politicians, and there's a lot of people that they're against that too. Like you can't buy your politicians.
That's
and all
that's
that.
insane.
You know what I'm saying?
They buy them
you know
all the
what I
time.
mean?
They buy them all the time.
No, if you look back at our ancestors, they always made sure that they had those politicians there.
Absolutely.
Look at Annie Malone and Madam Walker. They always was there with the politicians. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that they took care of them because they knew that they were changing laws, that they could change some of the things that we needed to get done in our community. So you always got to be tied in.
Prophet Noble Drew Ali had the guy that was the first quote unquote black congressman after the Reconstruction, right beside him every step of the way, and that was Oscar the Priest. Not only Oscar the Priest, he had every politician that was making moves on the south side of Chicago right there in the temple with him at the time. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that wasn't the end all be all, because the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was like, we need to build our own town. You know what I'm saying? We are ready to build it. If you are ready, let's get it done. What I'm saying is that if you don't have the finance, you cannot finance even building your own politician.
That's right.
You can't even print a flyer out.
That's right. Can't print a flyer.
You can't even build your own politician.
It's real talk. It's real talk. But a lot of people who haven't done black business, they don't understand what it is and how hard it is and what the grind is with building that black business. All of it ain't through collective money pooling. It's different ways to get money. It's different ways to get it legally. You know what I'm saying? That you can get money and you can make this whole thing happen. So we gotta encourage our people, man. All this we don't have the money like the white man. You know, so we want everything to be spread out fairly, and we can't win. Just like sound like mommy to Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And the Wiz. You know what I mean? You can't win. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Just we can't win. It's just the mantra. The mantra of the book, honestly, is we can't. I mean, and he didn't say that. He didn't say he don't even support black businesses, you know what I mean? But the mantra to this book is really why we can't win. Why we can't win using, black business and cooperative.
To me, that sounds a bit suspect though, because there's many angles to take to try to win. You know what I mean? There's many angles to take. You know what I mean? So to just say like what qualifies one to make that statement that cooperative economics is not going to win and that we don't have the buying power. I believe we have the buying power, but we don't have the organization.
We don't have the organization. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now he goes through to prove his point, like I said, but it's like the proving that point, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you going out of your way? But why don't you prove the point of how we can get some power for real? Because
everybody, we need one to disagree. We need that. So Dr. Assar says the thought is that we will not be able to compete with the money that colonizers have to buy politicians. Well, my thing is this: is we isolate the concept of who we want to move for us. In other words, in Baltimore, we don't try to buy the politicians on a national level. You start local, and then you use that blueprint to local spots around the country. You don't try to see, if we try to compete someone that has a 2,000-year head start, then we're tripping. We can't compete with someone who has a 2,000-year head start. You know, if people don't believe in Jesus or whatever, you know, Jesus was fighting against the Romans in the story. Whether you believe in Jesus or not, the concept is that Jesus was fighting against the Roman government. That's about 2,000 years ago. With that being said, we're 2,000 years later. In BC time, the Europeans with the Ptolemies ran up in ancient Egypt. We've been fighting for a long time.
That's a long time.
They got a head start. And so to try to eyeball to eyeball compete doesn't make sense. But if we can strategically box ourselves on, narrow it in on certain strategies locally or small pieces of the puzzle, then we'll be able to gain big pieces of the puzzle. I don't think we should focus on the competition like that. I think we should knock one thing down at a time. And locally, like here in Baltimore, being predominantly us in Baltimore, that should be easy to do if we can get organized. You know, in any city that's predominantly us, it would be easy to do.
And let me just break this down in a football analogy. We just had the Ravens play the Chiefs the other day. Some people think that it was fixed, and it could be because this is America, right? You know what I'm saying? But if it was a regular game, you know what I'm saying? On paper, the Ravens were dominant to that team. They should have killed. They should have waxed them down. However, Mahomes, who's that quarterback who he don't care what the papers say, he don't care what the statistics say. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm going in here to win. I don't care who's that. I don't care what they say about I'm not winning. I'm going here to win, and that's what winners do. That's what that's Malcolm. That's the honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? That's Noble Drew, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. They say we gonna win. We're gonna clean ourselves up. That's the energy that we need, bro, in order to build our community that we can win. I don't want no people coming before me talking about how we can't compete here. We can't compete there. We build again. We build from the ground, bro. You know what I'm saying? We clean ourselves up. We do what we need to do, and we come together and we build this. Stop making excuses. You know what I mean? We get what we can get from them people. We get everything we can get. But never stop building on our own and building what we need to.
That's my message, bro. That's my message, because it seems like we have lost. Not in. Let me stop saying we. Many of our people, because I haven't lost confidence. Many of our people had lost confidence in the building on our own. As I like to say, get it from the mud. We have lost confidence. We have been spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's think about it for a second. Many of us, even I don't even know the college professor. You know what I mean? He may have to work. He may have had to work fast food jobs while he was in college, and et cetera, et cetera. Or he could have had a backup plan with fortunate parents or some type of relative. Who knows the situation?
Exactly.
But for some reason, today, to make the claim that it sounds like a Eurocentric claim that we got to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I always say about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, there's no way you can walk trying to pull yourself up. This is the miracle of the hand. We extend it to pull each other up.
That's right.
Try to walk pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and see what happens. You ain't going nowhere far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's right. And I mean, something simple as that should lead people to lead people to understand that without, even in your family, if you don't work together in your family, you're going to fail.
That's right, bro.
At the most basic element. If you and your family do not, but you know, my wife tell me all the time, she's like, you need to let me know what's going on so we can make it flow right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if I don't let her know and she don't let me know, everything going to be in chaos.
Right.
And that's what happened to us as a people.
That's right.
We just need organization. That's it. That's all.
Organization. I'm with you 100%.
We need
That's the key.
organization and a target. And a target.
Organization and information. You know,
organization, information, and a target.
That's right. And a target. There you go.
And stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
Now,
I'm with you, bro.
So other than that, I would love to have that conversation with them brothers on the show. I would love to.
You gonna have it. They go, they definitely been waiting, waiting to do this. I mean, they ready to challenge any and everybody, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, just to clear it up, what I said earlier about I said not supporting black business. Jared never said that he doesn't support black business. I just want to make sure that, because I don't want them to go say he said that I don't support black business. So I said, that's my perspective of what this book is about. And that's me saying that.
And let me say I never met Jared. I only seen some of the videos. I haven't read the book. However, I think that this is a healthy conversation too.
Oh, no doubt.
This is a very healthy conversation. I want people to understand that just because much of the information that I talk about on Morse World TV, expose the frauds and all that, I know, Brother Jabari, that we're not saying that anybody is a fraud. We're not saying that anybody is manipulating people.
Yeah.
This is just philosophy for the redemption of our people, liberation of our people that we see differently. So
let me say this too, that Brother Jared is a part of Reality Speaks lecture series.
Right.
I've brought Brother Jared for about 4 different lectures, and we've lectured on things when it comes to the hip hop. He dead on, when it comes to, different things or critiques on books and different things, I just strongly, very, very strong, very, very, very strongly disagree with his premise of this book, and so that's my brother. Let me just say that, because I talked to him a couple weeks ago when I put a video out, and he was, I had the class. I said, "Come on, brother Jared, it's love, bro."
What you say in the video?
Nah, it was a little video I put together. It was like a little reel I put together, like I'm coming for you, you know what I'm saying? And basically, they have been, I watched a couple videos, and I see they had dropped my name a couple times, and a couple people came to me and said, but they didn't say they wasn't saying anything bad. It wasn't like they were saying, but they was like using me as Jabari said, whatever. It was a couple of little things that they said, but nothing. It wasn't nothing mean spirited or anything. But as I heard, I was like, you know what? But let me get. But as I heard, I was, anyway, so I just
New Age is upon us.
First it was cool. Then he wrote, like, man, this is very disrespectful. It's like very disrespectful. I ain't say nothing disrespectful, but I had to call and clarify that. Because it's not my intent to disrespect her, but it is my intent to come after you hard with this book. But it is my intent to come after you hard wholeheartedly that I disagree with. Wholeheartedly disagree. I mean, hey, if I don't like it, don't mean I'm hating. You know what I mean? I don't like it, don't mean I'm hating. You know what I mean? I just don't like it.
And look, fam, listen. Let me show y'all something real quick. If you can. Family, check this out. I want y'all to listen. We got to bring these conversations to the forefront. Real talk. And so, let me see if I can. This is Brother Jabari's. Can y'all take a second and go subscribe to my bro YouTube channel? This is Brother Jabari's YouTube channel right here. It's called Reality Speaks. You see it right there on the screen? I'm going to drop the link in here. Family, it's a lot of times, man, we love the rah-rah, man. We love it. Let me tell you something. Even if you love the rah-rah, there's people within our group, melanated people, that really need this information. I'm talking about all sorts of information. The brother got a trailer load of information from elders, from up and coming, from people that you haven't heard of. And it's just imperative that even if you feel as though that you know it and you got it, subscribe, go share, turn it on sometimes to get the brother in the algorithms. I just said earlier that what point is it if I'm going to be sitting up here, time to expose the frauds, it's time to expose the frauds, and then we don't have an alternative.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. Like in Baltimore, we have had a heroin epidemic forever. And the only alternative that they give them is meth. That's it. They haven't found anything better than that. And the sad thing about the methadone is that it makes them seem to be still on the stuff. To me, that's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm saying is we can't say expose the frauds, expose the frauds, expose the fraud, and then just display more frauds. No, that's just giving them the meth. No, we got to remove that and give the alternative, and the alternative is truth. The alternative is truth. So even if you don't, I'm telling you, it's some people that got little channels that sometimes, and they might be watching right now, sometimes I'll just turn it on while I'm driving just to help their algorithm. I might not even be interested in the conversation. I mean, sometimes I just like it just to keep it pushing. Sometimes I don't, and most of the times I don't say nothing, because if I do, it's Taharkabey, and they're going to change the whole rhythm of what they're doing. So I ask that you do the same, family, because without the alternative, we done. We done.
Yeah.
And
I just want to say, you know what I mean, me and brother Taharka, you know what I mean, we shared, you know what I mean, both of us have had children at a late age in our lives. and so hey, we do a lot, man. Between doing all this stuff right here, man, we got little ones that we still bring into this earth. And I think y'all gonna see some work, because you know what I mean, you gonna see that we're gonna come together. Our children, share the same education right now, you know what I mean? So, without giving a lot of information, but they share the same education, and you're gonna see us all, be able to come together and take that forward and build. And we're gonna show you how we come from the bottom and just build, you know what I'm saying, with our children, because there's nothing more precious than the minds of our babies. And right now, our children get some great education right now. And I just want to say that.
Yeah, man.
It's great education.
Hey, and the thing is, and one of the things that I'm looking forward to, I think, we have, and if y'all listen to, and hopefully you can be inspired, we here have created a community without even saying it, for real.
Yeah.
When we come together in passing and talking as family does, and we never say that we building anything, but it's being built.
Right.
And we have ideas to actually brick and mortar something to make it official. And I say this to you, family. Change your deadbeat friends. Change your low vibration friends. And get some friends that are raising up their consciousness.
That's right.
Or assist them, help them, inspire them to raise their consciousness. And watch how the people come that's also raising their consciousness. And that's what's going. And then you take that and you can change everything. Coming
that's
soon,
right.
real quick. Coming soon, I got who I got coming? I got another one that y'all gonna be happy to see. I think I have coming like next week, if I'm not mistaken. I got Barber Amplitap coming.
Oh yeah.
These are grassroots brothers. You know what I mean? These are brothers, and then I'm gonna have Barber Amplitap wife come on. She got a new book out. I'm gonna have her come on. And definitely brother Assar said, man, every time you say I'm coming on, but I gotta be careful because you get caught up in the something else. But we got brother Assar. He a resident doctor. But he coming. But the whole thing in a nutshell is, brother, how can we begin to bring these lectures back? And I just want to say that it seems as though they became commercialized on other levels. And when they became commercialized and some of these lecturers was able to get a quick spurt of money, it's not like that no more. They overvalued themselves and undervalued the community. How do we bring that back? Do you have any idea how we bring that back?
Well, number one, we got to build these YouTube channels now. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that because, while we dominated the lecture series for, it'll be almost 29 years this year. You know what I mean? So we got to get these YouTube pages built up, because we were actually some of the first people to actually come on live on the internet back in the day. We did Dr. Phil Valentine do a pay-per-view oh man, I think that was was it 2010
Hmm.
or maybe even before that. That we did a pay per view and we used to do live streams. If you go back and I think you look up Survivors Nation, you'll see like I think 2008 maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see, but we started doing this stuff early. Even before a lot of people, you know what I mean, even saw that, and a lot of folks got on board. You know what I mean, like they was just selling lectures out. You know what I mean, out in the street. A lot of them was selling our lectures out in the street.
Yeah.
And then, then we dropped off because, it got kind of hard. And then we dropped off. Everybody else took off in front of us. Everybody else, you know what I mean? Like, boom, so they out there like getting it, you know what I mean? So far as on YouTube and all. People made hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? On hits on our lectures that's actually on YouTube right now. You know what I mean? So now we gonna start putting that stuff up. Tomorrow we coming to you live from the barbershop. You know what I mean? Like within Conscious Heads at 2:30 tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. We coming live. So you want to catch that? We give you the real barbershop experience. So as we build up this page, we are doing lectures also. So you know what I'm saying? We do have some things lined up. We do have Brother Smalls coming in March. We do have some things coming so far as in February, and we starting to line some things up. The great brother Dr. Baruch out there, Everlasting Life, the vegan spot out there. Me and Brother Baruch used to do a lot of work together, so we've been talking back and forth, and Dr. Baruch got them lined up, people lined up. So we talked a couple days this week, and so we try to coordinate different people that's coming in. So we're gonna build that back up where people can come live and in person. We're gonna be coming through the internet also, but we're gonna build up this page also so that we can get people this information and knowledge and wisdom. And and so we start there. You know what I mean? Because we got to catch up to everybody else. Everybody else took off, on the internet. But
they commercialized that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they did. They did.
No, they commercialized it. They did. And I tell people straight up, one of the reasons that I used my style and my personality the way I do is because they did commercialize it, and then they minimize the real thing. Because I mean, you know me, Dr. Salt, and anybody in the city, they know me, man. I'm Moorish American to the bone, man.
Yeah.
And just to look at the internet and how they was just minimizing and making it look clownish and I ain't had no choice but to come up here, hoop and holler and yell to be heard.
Yeah.
I ain't had no choice. I couldn't intellectualize the disrespect of something that have saved my life, and that's the same thing that we got to do now. You know, born again African. If it has saved your life, then we got to push hard. And like I say, you are the most non-confrontational brother that I've met in a long time. But when it comes to standing on waking our people, awakening our people, you go hard. And so,
we gotta stand firm. We gotta stand firm with that, brother. You know what I mean? Like I said, we don't have a lot, but you know what I mean. But we can build, and I really believe that we can win. You know what I mean? And I'm the child of Mama Mayat. You know what I'm saying? Mama Mayat was there by my side every second, and until I'm gone away from this earth, I'm gonna be fighting. As long as the Creator allows me to fight, I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna be building for my people. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I ain't gonna never give up.
Let me say before we get out of here, because this is family, I wanted to get this introductory conversation going because we got to bring bro back. I'm telling you, we got to bring him back because we know we're gonna hear something. But with that being said, bro, you are supposed to be honored. What are you being honored for? Coming. I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Baltimore Times. We voted the best black barbershop in Baltimore. So I'm going to receive that award tomorrow. Me and the Queen will be in a place tomorrow. So I'm real proud of that. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
And again, bro, what's the address? What's the address of the barbershop?
So the address is 219 East 25th Street. You can come in, man. We have great conversations here. We talk about sports, yes, we do, but we talk about the politics a lot. You know what I'm saying? More. Sports maybe about 10% of the time. So let you know, we real brothers that's up in there. We ain't in there just talking about, pontificating and all that other, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I mean? We talk about real issues, but if you gonna come and bring your point to the table, you better come correct. You know what I'm saying? Because there's one thing that I've been debating since I've been in this for over 25 years, because that's what we do. We instigate, you know what I'm saying? We go back and forth, we argue, but at the end of the day, ain't nothing but love in my shop. We give each other love. Ain't nobody fighting each other. We get loud. We stomp around and we do stuff, but you know what I mean? So that's why I want y'all to tune in tomorrow at 2:30. But 219 East 25th Street right now, every Saturday from 9 to 5. If you got somebody that needs haircuts, you know what I mean? Unfortunate people, you know what I mean? May have hit some bad times. Your program, give me a call. Give us a call. You know what I mean? And come on through. You know what I'm saying? I can. You want me to? How do you want to do it?
What you got?
Want me to get the number or just you don't put the flyer up?
Give me where the flyer. Oh, damn, I didn't. Yeah, we got to put that flyer up there. Hold up.
Oh, okay.
Hold up. Yeah, we got to put that flyer up there.
Yeah,
free haircuts, bro. Say that one more time.
Yeah, free haircuts. From 9 a.m. to 5, we do with our barbering students. And come on through, man. I mean, like I said, it makes them feel good. They are students, but if anybody that you know that's in need, that needs grooming, come on out. We're gonna hook them up. I'm there personally to make sure that everything goes right and everything goes swell. And man, we love to have y'all here. It's part of our mission.
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna put this flyer up, family, because if you are in Baltimore. And like he said, if you know somebody, it doesn't matter if they're down on luck and you need to get tightened up. Come on through. Come on through.
3,000. And then if you just, you want to come through and you just want to lend your head just as service to, to the barbering students, come on through. Our goal this year is to cut 3,000 cuts this year before the end of the year. So we will be pushing forward with it. 3,000. It's a huge goal. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. So 3,000 free cuts. That's our goal. You know what I mean? We aim big. We aiming big, bro. We aiming big.
Well, I'm gonna put this flyer up there because I want. Where's my flyer? Okay, here it is. There it is. I'm gonna put this flyer up there because I want people to actually take advantage of this opportunity. Because haircuts like $30 a pop now. Yeah, that's minimum.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Minimum. Minimum boys, they charge like $50, $60, man. They charge, they charge $50
right now. Minimum. You going up. They need all that.
But just know that again, these are barbering students. So you know what I'm saying. Don't come in there talking about you want. Just know that again, listen, you want to spray on your head and all that other kind of stuff. These are people.
They want the. Do y'all do the man wig?
No, I don't do it here. I don't do the man wig here, but some of my friends, some of my barbering friends do.
They don't do the man wig and conscious heads. Hey, if you do the man wig and conscious heads, I'm gonna have to expose you, Jabari.
Hey, bro, it's crazy. Some people be wanting that stuff, man.
There you go.
Some people be wanting it. You know what I mean?
There you go. 9 to 5 every Saturday. That's right. Anybody come in, help the students and help yourself.
Give us a call though. Give us a call and try to make an appointment because you get a little crowded here. We got 5 stations on our upstairs level, so we want to make sure we have that coordinated. It get a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah, bro. If you do the man wig, I mean, kind of supposed to front. But bro, anything you want to say in closing, bro? Definitely, everybody subscribe. The link is in the description to his channel. Also, the address will be in the link once I go down to the barbershop. Also, family, please share this. I'm not talking about someone stole $1 million. I'm not talking about somebody stole $20, and I'm not all up in somebody's face hooping and hollering. So when we don't do that, what happens? It don't hit the algorithms properly. So it's up to you to make sure that this hit the algorithms properly by your support and sharing this to at least 2 platforms. Anything you want to say in closing, brother?
I just want to say thank you, bro, and give you, your props for what you've been doing, getting information and knowledge and changing your life, man, and becoming an asset to our community. Because I know at one point you was out there doing what you was doing out there. I can only imagine how you was with the energy that you got, that you got, bro. But I appreciate you, for staying consistent, giving me pointers, and rebuilding the YouTube page and just what you do, man, for your energy. Because if anybody know, even though you come on and you do what you do, you are a delightful person. When you see you always smiling, always laughing. I don't think I ever seen you just walking with your head down, always smiling, always laughing. And we appreciate your spirit. That's your spirit.
Well, brother Jabari, you the hopeful one. So I'm gonna tell you what though. I'm gonna tell you what. Whenever I see you and your family, I'm always hype. I'm always excited. But whenever I see you and your family, y'all just the same way too. Y'all like me, man. Y'all be hopeful and excited. Man. Sometimes it be in the morning, man. And everybody, but still it be pushing, man. So I want everybody on this platform that's watching this, man, be inspired. Be inspired. Inspiration is the door to liberation. You have to be inspired. But thank you, Brother Jabari. I appreciate you. I'm looking for round 2. Hopefully we can get a round 2 next week.
It ain't no. It's definitely gonna be.
Can we get a round 2 for next week?
Oh, it's definitely gonna be a round 2.
That's what it is. So, brother, I appreciate you. Just gonna let people know what's coming up next. Thanks again, and I see you on round 2.
Yes, sir. Peace, family. Peace, family.
Hold up. Second. So, family, y'all gonna be ready. So, family, are y'all gonna be ready for these types of conversations? I gotta make sure that y'all gonna be ready for this, because at least once or twice a week we got to have these conversations, because this is the real workers. These brothers and sisters that are going to be coming on the channel are the real workers. We're going to expose the frauds. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take the heroin out the game, and we're gonna heal people with truth. And everybody's truth may not be your truth. But what a sincere person does, that's their truth, may help someone else that it might not be good for you. You know what I'm saying? So this is how we got to open that lane up. When we get into that tribalism, my tribe know everything. I know this, I know that. Nah, we gotta feed the whole nation. Each and every tribe got to eat. And so we got to open that lane up, and I'm going to do my best to open that lane up. But we ain't going, one thing I'm not going to do, I ain't getting into no spooky stuff. That one I ain't going to do. Like Brother Jabari, he got the demonstration, reality speaks. My brother saw Temple of New African Thought. I ain't getting into no spooky stuff. So if you think I'm playing along to get along, and we're going to be up here talking about the aliens, and I shook one hand, and I ain't doing that. You can leave that alone. I ain't doing that. Nope, I'm not playing along, get along. I'm looking for reality-based solutions that can inspire us to go to the next level. That's what I'm looking for. And that's who can come to the show. And anybody that think they got reality-based solutions and I disagree, I'm here to have a dialogue with you about that disagreement. However, we must be respectful at all times. At all times, we got to be respectful. Even if we disagree, even if it gets heated, we must be respectful. Because at the end of the day, the same boot that's on your neck is on my neck, is on our neck, in one way, shape, or form, educationally, spiritually, economically, some kind of way. That boot, that big old boot, is on all our neck. It is what it is.
Check 1, 2. Let's go. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds.
This is Cosmo Flex.
First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you rolling with the guard. Nate, Chris, Sonny, Box, and Apple X, and Sean, Yasmin, and the Queen got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Sinsuna. Anybody they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moore's World TV, investigating all scams. Gon' check my record and please don't front.
Oh, we gotta turn up the bar.
I ain't been wrong once, from Sinetta and Polite to Taharkabey.
Billy Cosby gotta get it to mom.
Shabazz and Grandmaster James, word to God.
I'm an environmentalist.
But there ain't nothing. Why? How I do to Tariq Law Nasheed.
I'm an environmentalist. I just
See
make
how
up
fake
anything.
and phony this little bastard is?
Let's get on these frauds and let's shut them down.
All my money is
Let me answer that.
hell they talking
Let me
about.
tell you.
That's right, let everybody know it's going down. Moore's World TV, we gon' shut it down. Share this to these 2 platforms. Thumbs up, the show starts now. Let's get